Hello, everybody. Let's see. Ray Moreno. Does Chico's Tacos need to return to original recipe? I don't know. That's nothing I'm going to cover. Okay. We made an announcement yesterday, sent out through all our social media. We got a couple new additions to the lineup. No sense in bearing the lead since all you have to do was check back on our social media and you would see all that. So let me do a little screen share here so that I can talk about it. Here we go. Okay, you guys already knew about Mick Foley. We signed him a while back. Uh, I believe I've been talking to his rep. He's the one wrestler that has been in, I believe it was one of the WrestleManias as three different characters because he has three different personas. You know, he had Cactus Jack, Mankind, and Dude Love that all were in the one WW WrestleMania deal. And I believe each day he's going to wear a one of those separate outfits. So if you want to get a picture with all three, you'll probably have to come all 3 days and pay for three different photo ops. If not, I'm going to get the dates he's going to be wearing, which specific outfits, so that we can let you know if you want to get your photo op with one of those particular personas, which is kind of cool. I love when these guys show up in their outfits from whatever movies or what they're famous for. I love that. All right, this next guy right here, the Redhead, Danny Bonaducci. He got famous from Partridge Family. He was the youngest one, I believe. But then he also went on to do some other things. He's written a couple autobiographies, I believe. He was a DJ in LA. I believe he did celebrity boxing. If I remember right, he really beat the crap out of Donny Osmond, if I remember correctly. But yeah, we're happy to have Danny Bonaducci. He's great with the fans. People love him. If you don't know, look him up, man. He's a good guest. All right, Venom right now is one of the hottest characters in comics. Just the Venom Let There Be Carnage movie came out not long ago, the second in that Venom series. And Mr. Sam De La Rosa, who is, that's one that I think he did Lethal Protector. Yeah, I mean that's one of his big claims to fame. There is Venom, and he's going to be there. We're happy to have him. He's a Texas native. He's from we won't hold against him. He's from the other side of the state, but he is coming to El Paso finally in his triumphant return. In 2022 is going to be the 40th anniversary of El Paso Comic Con. It has been around for a while in one shape or form or another. I believe there was a hiatus there where there wasn't any for a few years back in the 90s. And then, again in the 2010s before we took it over. Sam was one of those original artist guests at the 1982 El Paso Comic Con. So that's kind of exciting. He's coming back for the 40th. Can't wait for that. Then we get down into our voice actors. Anime and manga is it's white hot right now. They're doing so much cool stuff in anime and manga, and it is just so popular. So we're leaning a little heavy into that genre just because it's one of the more popular. We've got Mr. Aaron Roberts here, and you can see that's just a small sampling of his characters that he does right there. Monica Real, very prolific. Tons of characters she's done there. I believe Bulma or Froppy from My Hero. I love Froppy. Or probably two of her biggest ones. Mike McFarland, aka Master Roshi, right there. So you're going to have Master Roshi at El Paso Comic Con. Austin Tyndall, going to be there also, as well as Josh Grell. And he's also him and Monica are two that we just added as well. So yeah, Josh Grell is going to be there, and you can see a sampling of his character voices, and Jared Green. So we have a pretty decent anime lineup, anime manga. I guess since it's on TV, they're manga. So those are the ones we added. I have contracts out to two horror people. I know for some, like I said before, we have such a hard time getting good horror people in. This year we did get in Bob Elmore, who was, he was Leatherface. He's the one who was swinging that big heavy chainsaw. That's how he got the job. He was one of the ones that was able to actually heft that big chainsaw and swing it around. He was really popular. The two I got contracts out to are equally, if not more, popular than Bob. I don't want to give your names. I don't want to jinx it. Plus, I don't like to announce people that I don't have contracts for. I won't do that. But trust me, I've been consulting with some of my horror aficionado friends, and they agree that these two horror people are going to be pretty popular. So keep your eyes open for those two guys. I also have, let me see, one, two, three, no less than 4 contracts out there waiting to be signed and sent back to me for some pretty big. I think they're pretty big names. If we even get half those guys assigned, it's going to be amazing because these guys are. I think they're top notch, and I think you guys are really going to be happy with them. I'm looking over at my whiteboard here, that's why I keep looking to the side. Make sure I don't forget anything. I do believe ticket sales went live. They might have went live Friday or Saturday. They set them live without telling us, or I would have let you guys know. We kind of found out by accident that they were live. I just happened to be checking. So yeah, those are all live. If you're wanting to buy a weekend pass, they are not sold out like it says. That's an error. They're trying to fix that in the system right now because originally it had the wrong price for the weekend passes. So we're getting that taken care of. But I guess while they were correcting it, it did something else, and they're showing them as sold out. Weekend passes are not sold out. They are still available. Love the t-shirt. Oh, the Super Mario Brothers. That is from Rad. I would turn around, but I can't turn around this chair and show you because the back's too high. It's from Rad Retrocade here in Las Cruces. It's an arcade bar, pretty popular. Pretty good friends with the owner there, and he made sure I had one of his shirts to wear, and I just happened to be wearing it for this one. They have some really cool shirts. So yeah, if you're ever up in Las Cruces, first come by Zia Comics, of course, my store, and then 2-3 doors down is Rad Retrocade. You can go check them out. Okay, I covered the tickets. Like I said, weekend passes. That link, they are not sold out. It's going to be fixed. Don't worry. One of the changes on tickets is kids. We're going to have a $5 kids pass now. So basically, if you're 2 and under, you're free with a paid adult. Children, 3 to 12 are going to be $5 per day. So, but with an accompanying adult, you can't just pay $5 and let them loose and let us be your babysitter. That's not a good thing to do, and we're not prepared to be a babysitter for a bunch of kids. So yeah, 3 to 12 years old, you're going to have to pay $5 this year per day. So like if you have a weekend ticket, it's going to be $5 each one of those days you want to bring your kid with you. That being said, we are working on getting childcare at the con. We want to put some kind of childcare over like in the Rio Grande room where you can pay, like $5 an hour or whatever their rates are. You'll pay their rate and you can drop your kid off there in the childcare room and go enjoy the con. Because kids, they get bored easy, they get restless. You don't want to ruin the whole experience for them and you. So we're looking to we haven't got it yet. We're looking for a good company to do that with, so that the kid starts getting restless. You can just take them over there and they can, play, collar, whatever else with all the other kids. That way they enjoy their time at the con and so will you. So you keep your eyes open for that. Once we get somebody signed, it'll be announced. If we get somebody signed, we're got to find somebody, of course, that's licensed and has all the certificates and whatever else they need to operate as childcare in El Paso. We're not just going to stick, somebody in there as a glorified babysitter. We want this to be all above board. Make sure they know what they're doing, because they're going to be watching your prized possession, your kids. Matthew Villalobos, will you guys ever get former James Bond actor George Lazenby to show up for Comic-Con? Never asked him. Yeah, I've never seen him on any reps list. I mean, it's not out of the question, but no, not right now. We have not. He's not one of the people we're going after this year or for 2022. Possibly in the future if we find out who represents him. So, Signal Corps. Oh, this side. Yeah. I was at Fort Gordon. Signal. Yeah, that's past life. Okay, I covered that. The kids thing. There's a couple other things we're working on. I don't want to spoil yet. We're trying to get more entertainment for the younger kids, because they get bored walking up and down, looking at everybody's merchandise. A lot of them at that age they don't get excited for celebrities yet, or featured guests. They would be more excited seeing somebody in a suit dressed up than they would to see the person who actually voices them or plays them on TV. So we're trying to get some stuff brought in that will keep their attention too, so that like I said, we don't want the little kids just to get bored and then they start getting whiny and restless, and it just ruins it for everybody. So we don't want that. We're trying to bring some stuff in that's going to keep those guys busy. What else can we talk about? Okay, I showed you everybody we're bringing in. Ticket sales are live minus weekend. Hopefully by the end of the day, by Monday, I'm hoping the weekend ticket link will be fixed. I have linked it from the website, from elpasocomiccon.com. So you can just, if you don't want to go to Ticketmaster, you can go straight to Ticketmaster, type it in and go to them, or you can just go to the website and do that. Can you get J. Michael Tatum? Okay, I'm not going to turn this into a suggestion forum, guys. Don't be throwing suggestions at me. We have a ton of contracts out already. I know you guys are excited. You want to see your favorite people, but this is just to put out some updates and news to keep you guys up to date. I don't need the suggestions. I'll do that later. Do it on the website. Do it on Facebook. I'm just going to be putting out some information here. What else? The costume contest. What about the costume contest? It's going to be, we're bringing in Superheroes Unlimited again to run it. Everybody seemed to enjoy it this year. Really no complaints that I saw. There was a couple of kinks. We're working those out, and hopefully this year is going to go very, very smooth. We're going to have to, there's going to be an hour where that room is going to be empty, because we have to empty the room and get everybody situated and lined up for the costume contest. I know there was a big confusion this year because we had to clear the room and people didn't understand and they were getting upset. It's just, that's what it is. After the last panel, that room's going to be cleared out, and only the cosplay costume contest and people are going to be in there. Going to get everything set up. It's going to take about 45 minutes, an hour to get everything set up so that it runs smooth and we can get this thing done in about an hour and a half, 2 hours. We don't want you there all night. So, Dama Muerte, never been to El Paso Comic Con. Hope this year. Always looks amazing. That's another thing with Ticketmaster. We got it set up where if your total ticket purchase is $150 or more, so that's one ticket or a whole group of tickets you buy, as long as the cost is $150 or more, you can start a payment plan. That's going to be easier for a lot of people. I know not everybody just has that money right up in advance, or on their credit card. If you can make payments, it's going to make it easier on you, and that's why we tried to push to get these tickets ready on Ticketmaster as early as possible, because we still got, November, you got December, January, February, March, April. So you got 5 months there you can make payments on these tickets. So, $150 might sound like a lot, but if you break it up over 5 months, it's $30 a month. then boom, you got a VIP ticket, or you can get your whole family weekend passes. It's just going to make it easier. Ray Moreno, I'm just hoping to go. Stupid pandemic. Well, it's not till April, so cross your fingers. Hopefully, we'll be out of the woods with the pandemic by then. I'm hoping. Good news is the border did open back up. For people with day passes, we lost a ton of attendees and volunteer staff. With the border being closed, with it being open, I think that's going to be so much better. A lot of those guys come over from Juarez with some awesome costumes, or just that, and they add to the whole atmosphere. Having a big group there, just having 2 or 3 people walking around is not going to be fun. So we want as many people as we can to be there. Okay, I talked about that, the costume contest. I'm looking at all my notes. I have stuff laying around everywhere. Like I said, this is going to be the 40-ish anniversary. I think they had. I actually got to talk to the originator of El Paso Comic Con on the phone. He's no longer in the area. He's, I believe, in Vegas. The very first one, I believe, was like toward the end of 1981. But the first one that actually had a events guide and everything was 1982. So we're taking that. We're using that. We're calling it the 40-ish anniversary. So we got some things special planned for the 40th anniversary. That's a long time, 1982 to now. They didn't have an event every year, but the very first one was in 82, and now it's 2022, so we're going with that. Like I said, Sam De La Rosa was one of the artists that was at the original one. He's coming. We're trying to get a few of the other ones. There's a few that just that can't come out right now, so they won't be at the this one. But we're happy to have Sam De La Rosa as one of the original ones. Looking at their events guide, I think it was all comic artists that they brought in. I guess, movie and TV celebrities were not big, were not common to have events back then. Now, Comic Cons are taken over a lot by Hollywood celebrities, and pleasure anime, manga, cosplay stuff. Comic Cons have morphed, over the years to basically become a pop culture event now rather than just comic centric. But we want to keep, a small amount of the comic guest also, just because that's what a Comic Con is. Let's see. Do I need to cover anything else? Don't think so. That actually might be it. Like I said, I just wanted to let you guys know about us adding Danny Bonaducci, Monica Real, and Josh Gurrell to our already good list of people. Mick Foley and our other voice actors. This is by no means the end of the guest list. We have contracts out there waiting to be signed and returned. A couple of them, I'm 99% sure they're coming back signed. I've been talking to those people, and they really want to come to El Paso. So, and that's good on you guys, because you make them feel welcome when they're here. You show up in good numbers, and that they love that. So, once I get ink on paper for those guys, I will be letting you know one way or another, social media or through one of these lives or both. I think you're going to be really, really excited. There are a limited number of VIP and weekend passes. 2021, we sold out of VIP and we sold out of weekend passes before the event. So, this isn't a sales pitch. That's really what happened. We upped the number a little bit on both of those, VIP and weekend. So there will be a few more available, but I still expect them to sell out once I announce these contracts we have in the wind. Once they come back, I'm pretty sure VIP and weekend are going to go pretty quick. So I'm letting you guys know that you're getting in on the ground floor. If you're even thinking about VIP and weekend, get them now. And I believe, one VIP ticket would qualify for the payment plan. Weekends are only 65, so you'd have to buy, something for the payment plan. You'd have to buy something else. But yeah, get them now, man. Get them now, even if you have to put them on the payment plan, because I do expect them to sell out. And another thing, you want to get them early, because if you buy them at the door, price goes up, man. Price goes up by $10. Save that $10 and buy them in advance. Plus, it'll help you not having to wait in the ticket line. You can just come in, take scanned in. And if you have a VIP and weekend, of course, you'll need to grab your other swag that goes with those things. Or that reminds me, the VIP party. We're moving it to Friday. On that way, we can have more of our featured guests actually attend the VIP party. We had a few come in early this year, and they attended the VIP party, and it went over really well. All the VIPs were really jazzed to interact with some of the featured guests before the event, without having to wait in line or anything else. So it was really cool. That's one of the perks of VIP. Is that VIP party that you get one drink ticket, and there's some finger food, munchies, stuff like that over at the Hotel Paso del Norte. And we want to, if you haven't been to Paso del Norte Hotel, after the refurbishment they did, that place is immaculate. It is just beautiful. I don't know if you saw it before. It was in need of some work. It was really kind of run down. I believe it was Paul Foster. I think he owns half of downtown. He dropped a ton of cash into that one, and the Plaza Hotel behind it. And those are both jewels of downtown. They're just absolutely breathtaking when you walk in. They're amazing. So yeah, if you're from out of town or you don't want to drive home at night, you can always get a room there at the Paso del Norte. And I don't think you'll be unhappy. I'm looking at all my other notes, and guys, I think, you know what, before I go, we're going to we're pulling some comp tickets, and we're going to give them to different, businesses and sponsors around El Paso and Las Cruces for them to do ticket giveaways. We haven't done this in the past. This is, something we've talked with the Ticketmaster people about in the venue. So this year we're going to pull X amount of comp tickets, but to start, probably starting end of this year, beginning next year, start looking for these different businesses around El Paso that support us or are part of our sponsors to be giving away these tickets through whatever contest they want. It's going to be big. I'm hoping it really helps you guys a lot. If you can't afford a ticket, go and these businesses support us, and then support them by buying whatever they have and partaking in this giveaway that they're going to do. So keep an eye up on our social media for that. I'll try to announce all the people who are giving tickets away for us. Let's see that. I think that might be it. Yeah, I don't see anything else on my notes that I have scattered everywhere you can't see here. So yeah, thanks for tuning in on this beautiful Sunday when you could have been outside, or maybe you are outside on your phone. I don't know. But thanks for watching us. And next time we have an update, I will let you guys know. And until that time, later, nerds.